Hello and welcome. I am Owen Lee. In this video, we're going to look at the current markets and what the news is about. A breakout or a repeat of last year's trend. As we know, last year we saw Bitcoin raise up to the $20,000 mark, and it was not too far sort of off of this time zone. The markets have been a little bit crazy of late. We've been in such a bearish market for so long now that to see the bulls break will be a great thing, and we're not the only ones. So there's a report that I found here today that basically says that Bitcoin is on its way to a true global breakout. So in short, according to Nigel Green, the CEO of one of the world's largest independent financial advisory organisations, Bitcoin and other altcoins are going to see some high trend values, or high trade values even, by the end of this year. Now, throughout this year, there's been some really good news in a lot of the coins. Obviously, the one that's been hitting the news a lot recently is XRP. We saw that make 100% gains in the space of a day or two, and they're still doing relatively well. We've just had Swell, and obviously some great news came out from that. They announced the launch of XRapid. There's been some crazy prices flying around about sort of end of year prices for that, and one of them you've probably seen is this $589 mark. Personally, I think that's a little bit crazy. With the amount of sort of circulating coins there are against the price, that would put it up somewhere to in the $1 trillion mark or something like that. And at this moment in time, I don't think we're going to be seeing that. However, stranger things have happened. Anyway, back onto to sort of some other bits. There's Tron, again, there's been some great news from Tron. We've seen the mainnet launch. Obviously, they're working towards Project Atlas at the moment. So again, hopefully we'll see some great sort of raises there in the market price as well. I think they're trading at the moment at about 2.2p. Where are we? 2.3. There you go. So we've actually had a jump there in the last 24 hours of 6%. In the 7 days rather, 6%, which is really good to see. I am a holder of Tron. I'm a believer in the project. I think that they've got some great ideas, and it'd be wonderful to see that start to to actually climb. I think their all-time high was about 30 cents. Anyway, back on to the other bit. So at the moment we've got total market cap of $220 billion, with Bitcoin taking a dominance of 51.93%. They're still keeping over half. I think that's down a little bit from last week. I think they were about 52.5 last week. Back onto this that we peeled away from. Obviously, the altcoins and the market caps going up for the end of year would be fantastic to see. And this Nigel Green's putting this down to FOMO, basically, that people are going to suffer this fear of missing out, and they're all going to be buying in, and the crypto markets are going to go crazy again, and we're going to see a global breakout. That will be awesome. That would be absolutely wonderful to see. I don't have massive amounts of money in the crypto markets. I say massive amounts. I've got several thousand pounds in there, but that's all I can afford at the moment. But there's people out there that have got a lot more. So it would be really nice to see the markets break. We have been so bearish for so long. I'm sure that many of you are feeling the pain like me. I bought in some prices sort of back in January last year, February last year, and obviously now we're taking hits of up to 90%, so that's a bit of a kick in the teeth, but that's the way crypto works. Okay, so end of years. What else have we got here? Experts, right? Okay, so banks are enthusiastic towards crypto, and that they're waiting for regulators, to step in and give some regulation on the crypto markets and things. Now, this was really interesting because here it says Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, and Morgan Stanley are on the sidelines. Well, there's some real big names, and that would be great you know, to see names like that buying into the you know, cryptocurrency and blockchain and things like that. You know, blockchain is something that is the future. We all know that. That's why, you know, that's why you guys are looking at this video, and that's why I'm making the video. And you know, this is the first steps of something that is going to be absolutely massive. You know, and I really do truly believe that as well. I think that, you know, give it another 5-10 years, I think that pretty much everything's going to be running using blockchain technology. You know, especially in financial industries. You've got things like VeChain that are looking to do, you know, use the blockchain to certify, you know, how things are, and, you know, decentralizing everything. I think it's a great idea, and I think it will go a long way. So, the future, what do we think for the end of this year? Well, I mean, like I say, the markets at the moment are so squeezed. You know, we've got Bitcoin, we've seen some sideways movement for the last couple of weeks. You know, there's been movement up and down, but not great amounts. And again, Tron is another one that's been in a bit of a sort of sideways movement. Obviously, we've seen in the last 7 days there's 6% gains there. But most of the coins are in this sort of sideways movement, and they're being squeezed so hard. You know, if you look at the sort of markets and things, and the Bollinger lines are getting really, really tight. I think personally that, you know, within the next week we will see a breakout in one direction or the other. The markets at the moment are suggesting that that's going to be a bit of an uptrend, you know, and that they're going to break out sort of towards the bulls, which will be fantastic. Are they going to go to the point where they were last year? Well, that is the big thing. Don't know, if I'm honest. You know, I think it could do. You know, if we look at the market trends every single year, I mean, if we just look at Bitcoin, for instance, and we'll look at all time. Now, when we look at this, we see, sorry, it's just loading. Right, okay, so when we look at this, we see this massive spike here, which, you know, everybody knows about. But when you actually go in and look at the prices a little bit more closely, you'll see that just here there's a little blip there. So it goes from, you know, 600 mark down here, climbs up, you know, over 1,000, then drops down, then it climbs back up, again sort of goes high, drops back down. You know, we all know how the markets work. But then we had this massive jump here. So April 6, 2017, you know, we're at lost it now, we're at, you know, $1,100, and then, you know, in the space of a month, just over a month, it goes up to, you know, it goes up by over 100%, and then it starts to peel off again, you know, back down to here, although obviously it kept a lot of the highs, you know, as you can see. Where is it? Yeah, it drops down again, then it climbs up and drops down, and we're in this, obviously, this all-time high here of the, you know, $20,000 mark. Wow, you know, that's just amazing. But then we dropped, climbed, and we're you know, we started getting very bearish. Now, you know, we're starting to see a bit of an upturn here, and hopefully, you know, this is what everybody's been waiting for. I mean, we can see here this quarter, you know, we've got some gains there, but when we actually look, sort of putting the line across here, you know, we were at June, what are we at, 6,200, then you know, August 6,100, 6,200 mark, and then, you know, September still in the 6,300 mark. You know, we've been on this massive sideways movement. You know, there has been a few, you know, a few spikes, as we can see here, but we've always returned back down to this kind of level. And at the moment we're at, what, 6,600. So, you know, it'd be great to see the markets break. It's been so long now. I'm sure that you know, all of you guys out there are looking at it and sort of scratching your heads, thinking, oh, you know, got in for one reason or another, and now it's all sort of down. But fear not, it will be changing, and hopefully soon. I personally think we are going to see some massive movements within the next week. I think, you know, we're going to see, certainly looking at the way the markets are, sort of analysing some of those. I haven't got the sort of my analysing bits up at the moment. I need to get those sorted out, and I will do another video and sort of have a look at those and that. But, you know, I think we just need to sit tight, guys. Sit tight. It will be happening. It will be happening. pretty soon as well, I think that we're going to see the market starts to take off, and once they do start to take off, that FOMO is going to kick in. When that FOMO kicks in, people are going to know it went to $20,000 last year, the same sort of time of year. People are going to be watching the markets now. When it starts to break, it's going to be a slow build up. I think we'll see a jump of maybe $1,000 or so, and then all of a sudden it will just literally take off like it will just skyrocket, because everybody's going to go, oh, here it goes, and they're going to be buying in. The volume's going to just absolutely explode. Obviously, Bitcoin is going to drag up all of the other altcoins as well. I won't lie, I do not have Bitcoin. Okay, I didn't have the money to put into it. I focused more on some of the smaller coins. When we look at this, from the all-time high, we're down at the moment 67%. But then when you look at some of the other coins, let's have a look. So, XRP is a great one, isn't it? We're at 52. Their all-time high was what, $3? $3.92. So we're down 86% there. But again, we all know that XRP is going to do quite well. Look at this. This is quite a dip here, isn't it, in volume? We're sitting there at 52 at the moment, and I should imagine that this will go down a little bit, maybe in the next few days. And then it will start to climb up again. And the reason for this, and there's been a lot of people, a lot of tweets and things going out saying about XRP is, oh, it's crashing. Why hasn't the price gone up? They've announced Swell that X Rapid and that's live and all of this. Why is it not going up, guys? People are taking profits out of it. Yeah, it went up by 100%. People are selling now. They just want to cash in. People are cashing in. Therefore, new people that are buying into it now are sort of keeping it afloat. It's staying level, which is good. This is good. Okay, don't fear, don't worry. It will happen. Okay, no doubt about it. With XRP, it will happen. It will make people a lot of money. All right, don't panic. Okay, is it worth getting into this now? Yeah, absolutely. It's still 52 cents. This is ideal to buy in now. Chuck $100 in there. If you can, do $100 if that's all you can afford. Do $1,000 if that's what you can afford. This is going to make people money. I personally think end of year for XRP, we're going to be looking at around about the $8 mark. I'm pretty certain it's going to be somewhere around the $8 mark. If if we see a massive bullish push with the markets, then it may well go higher. But at the moment, I think we're going to be looking at around 8%. Obviously, I'm not giving you financial advice, guys. This is up to you to, to make your own minds up and things. This is just my personal thoughts. I've like I said, I got into crypto about 9 months ago, so I'm still quite new to it. I'm very new to it against some of the guys that are out there, but I have spent so much time looking at the markets, learning, what's going on and things like this, that hopefully I've sort of gained a bit of an informed decision. One thing I did find, guys, I did not find online a lot of things about how to, where to find this information. Some information was great, other information I, looked at was great, I thought, and then as I learned, I found out that a lot of it was just rubbish and FUD and all of this sort of things. So in my future videos, I'm hoping to do a few towards, videos leaning towards people that are new, that want to get into crypto, and just try and give them some guiding points and things. Because I did lose money rather foolishly. I lost a couple of $1,000 because I bought in at the wrong time and things like this. I learnt the hard way. It's all part of the learning, and it's all good. Okay, so like I say, don't panic too much, guys. It will happen. All of the current, all of the markets are down, and we will see them climbing. It's a shame that everything still relies so heavily on Bitcoin. We are seeing more and more fiat pairings coming about, which is fantastic. Stellar is another good one. We've seen 11% up on the last 30 days, or 11.5% even. Stellar's another one. I had a lot of Stellar. Sort of when I first started, I bought loads of Stellar. I say loads. I bought a couple of thousand Stellar Lumin or XLM. Unfortunately, I don't have those anymore. I got rid of them when the market started to turn. I got scared, got cold feet, sold them off. Wish I hadn't, but again, I was really new and didn't quite understand how it all works. Stellar's another one, you know, it's the same sort of thing as XRP, you know, moving money and stuff, and I think they'll do really well as well. Tron, again, you know, this is actually, they're up, what, 24 hours, 1.7, great, fantastic, that's what we want to see. You know, another little dark horse, that one, I think that's really undervalued as well, or underrated, and stuff. You know, but all of these coins will see, you know, we will see them pick up, and that, you know, I mean, some greens in there. You know, everyone seems to be up at the moment. There's a lot of green actually, which is really nice over the hour. You know, this is good. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for your time. Okay, I'll leave it there. This is a short video, and I'll say now, this is my first video, okay? So please don't hate me too much, all right? I will learn. I will get better. But it'll be really great to pick up a few subscribers. So, you know, guys, hit the subscribe button. I will try to do some more videos. At the moment, I'm going to aim to do at least 1 or 2 a week. You know, if I start picking up and things, then I will do more. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, you know, it's just been a bit of a, you know, just a bit of a trial for me. You know, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and feel free to leave comments. I will try to get round to looking at them all. And you can always follow me as well, if you wish. Then you know, you can get hold of me. Follow me on Twitter at crypto_Lee. And yeah, guys, thanks very much for watching. And like I say, it's my first video, so don't hate me too much. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy. Bye bye.